Hi, I'm Dave Allen, and welcome to the Gamer's Den. And now we're on turn 15 of our Mice and Mystics gameplay, in which now we have entered the tunnel entrance tile. We're on the second to last tile for this chapter. We're on page 3 of 7, which isn't too bad within our chapter, so we're almost about halfway, and we're almost near the end, so this is actually pretty good news for us. Right over here is the initiative track for this turn. As you can see, we actually have a few mice, then a minion, a few mice, and then a minion. So it's kind of evenly split up that way. So hopefully we'll be able to take down a lot of minions before we end this turn for today. Just so we can be able to move on to that courtyard tile as fast as we can before that hourglass marker reaches the chapter end marker. A few things to note, we have a lot of minions on this tile and stuff like that, and I didn't get any player submissions by the deadline that I had, so I'm just going to be doing the moves for Collin, Tilda, and Maginos for this turn. I understand, I only have a week to get this in, and I'm trying to make sure I keep up with the schedule, so hopefully I'll be able to have this out by the end of this week, and we'll be able to have all that stuff set. So how about we go down to the table and see how Tilda is going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll for Tilda's movement. And we get a 2. All right, so we get a 2. And that means she can move up to 4 spaces with her 2 of movement. And if you guys remember, if she's attacking a figure with the hammer, if that figure is on the same space, she gets a +2 bonus. But if it's on an adjacent space, she only gets a +1. So what that means is she has to be on the same space as these guys over here in order to have an impact. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to move Tilda over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to share this space with these roaches and that rat warrior. Now what I'm able to do is use 4 die with that hammer of Nandin. So I'm going to attack this roach right over here, hopefully kind of lower the number of roaches there. Oh boy, this is going to be close. So I get 1 hit and I get a cheese, so we're going to add instantly 1 cheese to Tilda's stash. And now what we're going to do is we're going to see how this battle is going to resolve. So that roach actually gets 1 die to defend itself. Aha! And it does not defend itself, so that 1 hit gets through and is able to destroy that roach. So we can take that roach right off the table, put it back off on the side with the others. Excellent. So now Tilda is able to take down that roach and move over there. And at this point, there's nothing else that she can do at this point. So she's just kind of hang out here with these rats and roaches, hoping that maybe her teammates will be able to help her out. So what we're going to do is we're going to end Tilda's turn. All right, so Tilda takes down the roach. I think that was probably our best bet right then and there, is to be able to take down that roach and at least have 1 less roach be able to attack on the next turn. So I think that was probably a good move for Tilda. We're able to take down that roach with that huge hammer of Nandin, be able to bash that thing in, and now we're able to hopefully not have as many set up for the next turn. As well as we're able to get some cheese, we're able to kind of get her ready for maybe a major heal if we're going to need it. I don't know if these rat warriors are going to cause any issues, hopefully not. And we'll kind of see what's going to be going on there. With that done, let's go to Nez's turn and see how he's going to do. Now we're going to roll for movement for Nez. And we get a 3. Okay, so 3 plus 1 of his movement value can move him up to 4 spaces. So he can either move up to over here or he can go over to there. Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Because what I would strongly suggest is kind of using his Thunder Squeak to at least try to take down some of these guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say for a free action, I'm going to borrow a cheese from Maginos, and I'm going to put that into Nez's card. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Nez. I'm going to move Nez all the way over here. 3, and 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Nez's Thunder Squeak. And that says you may use this ability when attacking with a blunt weapon. All minions on the same space as this mouse are affected by that attack, and they get to roll defense separately for each minion. The cost of this ability is equal to the number of minions in the space. So remember with Nez's hammer, so we're going to use those 2 cheese. Now remember with Nez's hammer, he gets 4 if it's on an adjacent space, but if it's on the same space, he only gets 3. Remember, you can't be able to get that full reach down on the hammer. So he's going to attack those 2 roaches, or actually all 3 minions. Oh no, the 2 roaches right there. He's going to attack those 2 roaches for... Aha, wow. Okay, so he attacks those 2 roaches for 3. Awesome. So let's see how the first roach defends. The first roach does not defend, so that gets through and destroys the first roach. So we got 1 roach gone. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to roll for defense for the second roach. And it rolls a cheese, so it does not defend, but now we have to add a cheese to the minion wheel, so that is not looking good for us. And let's see here. And now we get to destroy this roach as well. So at least Nez got to destroy a few roaches in the process, and now we're just left with these pesky rat warriors on the spaces. So at least we got rid of that. Now we have a few rat warriors left over, and we're going to end Nez's turn. Oh man! Nez just bashing those roaches in. That was awesome, okay? Finally, we're seeing loads of action here. We had a little respite there last turn. We were just kind of searching for things, we're collecting some equipment, but this turn, damn, we are just knocking it away. And we have Tilda take down a roach. We have Nez taking down 2 roaches. This is looking really good for us. So, with that being said, we were able to take down those roaches with Nez with that awesome Thunder Squeak. We were, able to share a few cheese here and there, at least kind of, move some things around so we can be able to have Nez be able to perform that. And now what we're going to be able to do is go on to the roaches' turn. So we're actually going to see how they're going to do now that there's only 1 left on the board, which is pretty awesome. So let's see how the roaches are going to do. All right, so the roaches, we only have 1 roach. We have this roach right here. We're going to roll for its movement. It gets a 2. It doesn't even have to move because luckily Tilda's right there in the same space as it. So what it's going to do is it's going to attack Tilda. How many is it going to hit Tilda for? Oh no! They got 2 cheese. They rolled 2 cheese. And as we all know, during attack and defense rolls, when it attacks a cheese, we add them to the minion wheel, and now we have 6 cheese in our minion wheel, which means we're going to have a surge. Oh boy, oh. And our surge on this tile is a spider, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to move that hourglass marker up to page 4, and we would normally actually add a spider to the tile, but because of a specific ruling that says if there is not a free space on the minion entry spaces that are on your tile, then you cannot have that character come down. So since we already have minions and mice on these minion entry spaces, so that means nothing's going to happen, no spider is going to come down, but we still have to move that hourglass marker up 1 page to page 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the cheese off the minion wheel. We're going to put those back into our container, and now we're going to continue play. So now that minion did not make a successful attack, therefore Tilda does not have to defend, and it caused a surge to happen. Yes, those things kind of stink, but luckily the spider is not going to come down onto the tile. So we just lucked out with that and hoping that maybe we can get through this a lot sooner than we hoped. So now we're going to end the roach's turn. Okay, so that roach attacked Tilda. She survived. She survived it, right? But we had a surge. Yeah, we had a surge. And now we're on page 4 of our 7-page chapter. So hopefully we won't be able to reach the end before we get to the end. Hopefully not at the end of this chapter, but now we're just 1 page closer, and that means that if we go onto the courtyard tile, we might actually have a really bad encounter there, depending on what the rules are going to be. You know, the roach is going to try to attack Tilda. It doesn't. We have the surge, and now we're going to be kind of moving on to Collin and Maginos and see what these two are going to be able to do on their turn. So let's head on to the table and see how Collin's going to do. Collin's turn. So we're going to roll for Collin's movement. Collin gets a 2. Okay, Collin rolls a 2, and now I'm kind of in this kind of little interesting phase right here with Collin because of the fact that we have had the surge, we didn't add the spider, which is awesome. I have the fact that we have the fact that we're going to try to destroy these spiders and things, and I think Tilda has the best advantage of at least taking down a rat warrior than Collin does. So I think I'm going to do is actually use Collin's give order ability to give Tilda an order to try to take down that rat warrior. So we're going to try to have Tilda take down that rat warrior. Let's kind of hope for the best, see if she can get that done. So she's going to attack with 4 dice. Ooh, okay, so she gets 2 hits and a cheese. So not too bad, so she got those 2 hits in. And we're going to add a cheese to her stash, so now she has 2 cheese. And now we're going to roll for the rat's defense. So see how the rat warrior defends against this attack. Can only hope. Oh, boyo. Okay, so it does block 1 hit, but a hit does get through, and that rat warrior is destroyed. So we're able to get rid of a rat warrior in that attack as well, which is awesome. So we can kind of give some kudos to Collin and Tilda for working as a team there. They take down that rat warrior. And now, with nothing else that I could do with Collin, I'm going to end Collin's turn. All right, so Collin, all right, giving an order to Tilda to take down that rat warrior. That was such a big move for her to be able to take that down. I think that was awesome maneuver, on Collin's part. So I think, for me, I'm actually starting to take some strategy from some other players here, maybe some Kevin Debaeke or Jim Medlock, because I'm really starting to think now how we can use ourselves as a team here. Collin doesn't even have to move. He can just give an order to Tilda to say, hey, now attack that rat warrior. Took down the roach, take down the rat warrior. So Tilda's able to take down that rat warrior and be able to destroy it, which is awesome. So we're able to take down another minion that we don't have to worry about later on this turn. Hopefully now that Tilda's done that, maybe Maginos can do some magic here and be able to take down that other rat warrior this upcoming turn. So let's go down to the table and see how Maginos is going to do. All right, we're on to Maginos' turn. Now Maginos has a choice about what he wants to do. I think it's going to be in his best interest to try to use his Mystic Bolt against that rat warrior right there. And I have 1 cheese to do it, so we're going to use 1 cheese from his stash. And I'm going to use 3 die because he has 3 lore, and you get to use his lore value in this. And we do have a direct line of sight. If you kind of see it right here on the tile space, there's no walls or anything. If this black space right here was in the way, we definitely wouldn't have a line of sight. But since Maginos has a clear line of sight right there, we're going to attack that rat warrior. Let's see how we do. Oh, nice! Okay, so we got 2 hits, and we got 2 cheese because of his draw power ability. So we're going to add 2 cheese to Maginos' card. And basically, he's back to the 3 cheese that he had at the very beginning of the turn. So that's pretty good. So 2 hits are going towards that rat warrior. He's going to try to defend. Let's see how he does. Oh, nice! Okay, so he doesn't block 1 here. He does block a hit here, but 1 still gets through. And what we're able to do is destroy this rat warrior. Okay, so the rat warrior is destroyed. Boom! Awesome! Okay, so now we actually have only 1 roach left on this tile. We just decimated this tile. So what we're going to do is, since we can't really do anything else from this standpoint, let's roll again for his movement. 2. So you got 2 movement plus 2 value. Let's say we're gonna move. I'm gonna move Maginos over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna have Maginos right here just in case, just so we have that nice line of sight over here towards the end. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna do for Maginos' turn. And also, before we move on, now we also get to take the Rat Warrior's initiative card off the initiative track. And we get to put that off into the side. So now Maginos is technically the last person to have gone this turn. So now we get to end our turn for the day. Oh man, that Mystic Bolt. Boom! Taking down that Rat Warrior. Now there's no more left on the board. They didn't even get a chance to go. This is unbelievable that they're able to do this for this turn, and just seeing how many roaches we're able to take down, how many things we're able to take down. So it's really impressive to see what's going on here with these mice and with these roaches. It's amazing to see what's going on with the mice this turn. They just got their A game on. So basically what that's going to leave us off with is 1 roach for next turn. So it looks like we're on a good roll here. We're on a good run. And, it looked like we were a little hesitant. We were a little kind of held up in the kitchen. We're, a little held up in the kitchen tunnels. But now it looks like we're kind of like smooth sailing right to the end here. So hopefully the courtyard tile doesn't give us any grief. But we'll have to see what happens there. But with all that said, I hope you folks have a wonderful day.